Oh, the graphics up. Damn it. All right. Hey, hi, this is Dean Baker. Welcome to Modern Day Thrive, um, the show where you too can be a millionaire.
Yeah,
If you choose to, you have to choose.
choose
Millionaire,
wisely.
don't be a millionaire. I don't know. So, or you're in transition to be one.
Yeah,
So,
somewhere in the middle.
which is kind of like what the show's about. The show's about Modern Day Thrive is about side hustle. It's about multiple streams of income. It's about working for yourself, running a business, running a small business. Anything else I'm missing?
I, that's a pretty good
Yeah.
spread.
As with always, next to me, to my immediate left is George. George, how you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. How are you
So,
today?
uh,
Hmm.
end of a long day. The day
Yeah,
started at 5 a.m. in Miami. Did a half a day's work and got on the road and about noon, and here I am. So,
yeah. That's. I find myself getting more tired for driving for
I
some
wasn't
reason.
actually driving; someone
Uh,
was driving me.
yeah,
But
you got a cat nap, so
yeah,
but
but I
still.
had to be, the talky guy next to him. So I've been talking for 4 hours. I might have dozed off a little here and there, but anyway. So, hey, as you're joining us, please, you know the drill. Like, follow, and share this webcast. This is how we get paid.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I was funny that way. I made a joke. Uh, anyway,
it's symbolic.
symbolically paid, and by like, following, and sharing us, you are basically telling the universe that you shall symbolically pay these two guys to keep doing what they're doing. I
That's
hope
right.
we entertain you a little bit. I hope we bring you some information
We're trying.
about just about anything, something that might help you out when you're trying to generate some little extra income, pay
Love income. Thanks for
pay
the
off
share.
a bill a little quicker here and there, save some money, maybe pull some real useful information from us, because
Sure.
we've been around the block a couple of times, and we've kind of figured out exactly what it takes to not just survive but to thrive.
I think we've taken all the exits. Most of them were wrong in the beginning.
You have to take a wrong turn to take a right one, I guess.
Yeah.
Or if you take three wrong turns, you're going in the right direction.
Yeah. Eventually you turn around and you're there.
Yeah. So, anyway, topic. I like this topic. Did we use this another week and I just saw it here and I went,
I don't
live the
know if we
lifestyle
actually
you want?
we haven't really gone into it in depth, and I think we could. I
Right.
mean, it's kind of what how I'm trying to plan my days out going forward.
Start with you. Paint your perfect lifestyle.
Ooh, my perfect lifestyle is I've got enough income coming in that I don't have to
How much is
punch a clock.
how much is enough?
So
I
my
mean,
envisionment.
ask Elon Musk
Well, yeah,
how much is enough, and
and
he'll go,
yeah,
I'll let you know after I come back from Mars.
yeah.
You know,
I envision in the and hopefully near future to be able to generate 10 grand a month. That's with in my case I'm looking at real estate, and that's
10 grand a month.
10 grand a month.
Okay.
That's well above where I'm at now. It could easily support my lifestyle, and that's potentially just one piece of hopefully of other business I have coming in.
I mean, as retirement income, 10 grand a month could be, because you're not out
Sure.
shopping for houses.
Yeah,
You're not out.
yeah.
You're not out. Looking for that biggest, bestest thing.
New cars.
Your kids
yeah.
are grown up, moved out.
Sure.
Hopefully, by the time you're ready to retire, and I'm not even saying retire. I think that's an ugly word.
I use
Retire.
the term,
Retire
but that's
means
not what I mean.
if you work for the post office, or you work for the state or the government or anything, you work you grind for
Mhm.
40 years.
Yeah.
You want to stop that.
Yeah.
You want to stop that.
That's probably somewhere still that they give you a nice pension, though.
You'll want to stop that, and hopefully they're going to pay you to step down.
Yeah.
Even military, you can collect retirement
Oh
after
yeah,
so many
Nicely.
years, and you get paid to retire.
Yeah.
I know some friends who are, going to collect military retirement.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good for them.
Yeah,
They
sure.
did their service, and they should be taken care
They
of.
followed the plan. They did what they were supposed to do.
Got to keep my keep caffeinated tonight so I can stay alert. So, yeah, for the average American.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you own 10 houses, I don't have anything for you. If you've got a summer homes and winter homes.
Oh
if you,
yeah, no.
If you summer in the in the wherever,
I mean, that's just someone that does have that. That's just somebody that's just got stupid money.
Stupid money. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's such a thing as stupid money, and then there's what the rest of us have.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they're not living the same as we are, just at a different level. They could be living paycheck to paycheck still,
they
or
could be,
income to income, whatever, however it is.
They could be in
Sure.
debt, entirely. I'm going to do this for some reason.
But
Pointed at you, and then there you go.
There we go.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, at any level, if you're not, is that smart? Is that to have that kind of income?
Yeah.
And have just
that kind of expenses,
just a quarter of an inch below that is your expenses.
Yeah.
And you're just, and you're in debt.
Yeah, you're just in a different level.
You could be a multi-millionaire and have multi-millions in debt.
Yeah.
And is that smart? He's a multi-millionaire. Well, yeah, on paper, but money going out is more than the money coming in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's just like the rest of us. It just happens to, for the time being,
has more zeros.
living in Miami Beach or something like that. For the time being,
sure,
that person is living the high life.
I think there's been some pretty good case studies that pretty much say that whether you make 10,000, you make 100,000, you make 500,000,
you're going to be spending just up to that point.
Your means of what goes out can be just high.
Let's buy a bigger house.
I mean,
let's buy 2 bigger houses.
The difference is building your and perfect to the title, building your lifestyle and building the income coming in automatically that you're not working for,
right,
through some type of means. Could be investments, it could be dividend stocks, could be a combination of all of them,
right,
to fit that lifestyle.
Right.
Then you don't have to worry about the issue of, are you living paycheck? No, you're not living paycheck to paycheck, because you're building assets to pay for that.
I'm living trust fund to trust fund. I can tell you, it's a rough life.
Yeah, right.
That's
what the big guys actually do. The ones that really have figured out, and of course they have money going into it. It's not,
right.
I'm building it with peanuts, but I'm still building it, with the thought processes. Eventually I'm going to have, baseballs and then boulders and then, bigger things.
Baseballs and boulders.
Yeah. Just bigger objects.
Baseballs and
lions and tigers.
Yes. So I just kind of, the lifestyle, I like this topic only because it just kind of, at any income level, you start thinking. Hopefully it's not just dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just daydreaming. Oh, wouldn't it be great to live in an island in the Caribbean? Oh, wouldn't it be great to blah, 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 not just kind of, it's really actively, if I really wanted to live in Hawaii, I right now I could not afford to. I could afford the plane ticket.
Yeah. You can get there.
I can get there. So then if I really wanted to live there, I'd probably just have to get a plane ticket, go there, find a really cheap place to live, and get a really cheap job, and then boom, I'm living in but I might be a maintenance guy or a lawnmower guy or a,
I don't think they have Walmart there, do they?
Or a papaya picker guy. I don't know. It's just one of those things. No offense to the native Hawaiians. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna steal your jobs. Picking what fruit.
They probably got it down. I don't know. You got some competition there.
So but I'm like,
I mean, that topic becomes,
if you really want to live there, if you really want to live there, if you really want to live on the road and get an RV,
Sure.
Just do it. Just start making a plan to do it. Figure out how much your expenses are going
Yeah.
to be at that point. If it means
Don't
I
just do it,
I
plan
could
it.
sell the house,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't recommend it right now
Sure.
because your house is increasing in value exponentially daily.
I know.
Your house is going up, so I wouldn't recommend you selling out now. Maybe rent it, because if anything,
Sure. Yeah, it's income.
rental
Right.
prices are going crazy, everywhere you look.
And they say there's shortage of houses. So I mean, I don't know how with all the houses I'm seeing they're building all over the place, but I guess that's
There's developments going on everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Coming through Miami, looking at just like this
high rises.
condo, like 3-story looks like 3-story condos. And coming up the turnpike, Miami, all of a sudden I look over there and it's like, wow, no roof on it. It's just the concrete structure. You could tell there were at least 3-story, and likely it was condos.
Yeah,
the way the
probably,
style looked,
yeah.
it looked like it was like townhomes or something.
I think
like
that's
that.
the big thing with
And it was a sea of them.
Oh wow.
And I'm guarantee you they
There
were
goes
all
all the
sold.
land.
And they were all sold. I mean,
Yeah.
they managed to find a big block of land just north of Miami. And yeah, I mean,
Wow.
so even there, where it's urban sprawl,
Yeah.
they managed to find in their building, and they realize, and
Oh, interest rates are still cheap. So until that goes away, they're going to keep building.
Yeah.
Anytime interest rates get this low, they buy up everything they can and build and build and build, and then it stops as soon as the interest rates go up.
Where's the interest rates at now?
Yeah, I don't even know. Because the last I heard we were in negative, but when I look at what they want to charge you, it's not negative. So I'm not sure how that works.
Current interest rates for mortgages.
There you go. I mean, I got 2.99, I think. So I did pretty good. 3.22. I'm good.
Yeah. Let's do a little share. Where am I here? It's a Google thing. Let me do a share. Share screen. Chrome tab. Sorry, folks, we're gonna do this. So,
Hang tight.
so yeah, just off a Google search here, as of September 16th, a week ago.
So they're actually going up a little bit. Then.
Loan amount 300 grand, 20% down. Credit score 700 to 719.
Yeah, which like
30-year fixed 3.22%. 15-year fixed, which means you come up with a big chunk of money. Or you like having $3,000-$4,000 a month payment.
Yeah, your payment's definitely higher to manage that. Can't believe they're selling arms still.
10-1 arm. Wow.
Yeah.
Mine was I went in 2007 when I got my house. It was a 5-year arm.
Yeah.
That was the bad loan.
Yeah.
That Fannie Mae was doing
to
all of us, and
goodness I'm out of it.
And 5-year arm, and when that 5 years came up, and all of a sudden my mortgage jumped up like a couple $100 or something like that. Was crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe not all at once. Maybe it was just kind of,
yeah,
they just managed to get it.
Sure. Yeah.
And
good like that.
I came real close to walking away,
like
so many other people.
Sure.
But
had I not been able to refinance, I probably would have had to as well, because it was getting crazy.
I had to sue them. I had to sue my mortgage company. I wasn't suing them, I guess. I just had to. I had to get a lawyer involved.
Yeah.
Let's call it that.
Yeah.
And
a helping hand.
And it worked. I turned from the 5-year arm to a 30-year fixed, and the rate was decent. I don't think it was anywhere near this, but
sure.
But again, I mean, I'm my payment's
good.
Half the price. I could rent it. I could rent my place out and make double the mortgage, because the rental rates are so crazy.
Sure.
So, that's it. 3.22%, 30-year fixed. But the problem is nobody can afford to buy the houses that they want. Why is that? Because the house,
houses are getting expensive.
I mean, what I did at the height of the last bubble, I bought the house I could afford. It wound up being a small house, but and as a blessing, it wound up being a good, good for me.
Yeah, sure.
Just
Sure.
even with the bad Fannie Mae loans and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't quite, with my at the time with my career, self-employed.
Hmm.
I was a high risk, and at the time they didn't care.
Yeah.
They did not care.
Oh, I
They were
bet.
just sign him up, sign
Yeah.
him up, get his money,
Yeah.
sign him up, and that's what made the bubble burst.
They ignored that over there and just looked at numbers.
Oh yeah, that's it. That they were looking at. Look at my sales record here.
The
It's
bean
way up here.
counters. Yeah.
And then everybody started defaulting. People were buying 2 or 3 homes.
Yeah.
Not that they needed them, because it was just too easy to buy a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they figure, well, if it's easy to buy 1, I'll buy 3, rent them out, make some money, and then of course,
I often wonder how many houses right now are mortgage owned, bank owned. We have to do some research on that and see if we can find some numbers on that, because that could be interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't even know they're selling them right now, because they're going up in price so much. They're going to want to sell them when they can get the most money out of it.
I really don't know. So, so back to live the lifestyle you want. I was thinking about this last 4 or 5 days. Basically, I'm living in
Miami.
We're in Miami. I was in Miami. No, not just Miami Beach.
Yeah.
I was living for 5 days in Miami Beach, working. But hey,
Did you get a scooter?
No. Everything's crazy expensive. Scooter would have been smart.
I bet.
I could have bought a scooter cheaper
Taking it with you?
than renting the scooter. Okay, everything was crazy pricey down there.
Oh, I bet. It always is, though. Probably worse now.
We had
but-
Mexican food one night, and I'm ordering tacos.
Yeah.
Nice, good, great, incredible tacos.
Uh-huh.
But tacos and
Tacos nonetheless.
a drink and an appetizer. The two of us spent $100.
Oh my! Wow.
$100.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's expensive.
The mini bar in my room.
Oh, you didn't do it, did you?
No, I didn't, because I was
You didn't
told
even open it, did you?
you do not go near the mini bar, because like a can of
Coke, $25.
a can of Coke. No, it's like $8
It's
for
still-
a can of soda.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'll walk down. I'll walk across the street to the.
I did that one
whatever.
in New York. I went to the Empire State Building. I got a Coke out of the machine. And they gave me a little cup like this.
I'll
$4.
I'll do one better at the hotel we're in. Of course, we were doing a stream, so they had to use the internet at the hotel. I found out how much that was.
Oh, let me. How long was it for a day rate?
Let's just say for the 4 days we were streaming.
I'm gonna say
No, it's higher.
8,000.
No, it's higher.
Really?
No, it's higher.
How much? 12?
Way higher.
Really? That's insane.
It was 15 grand
That is
for 4 days worth of
insane.
internet. Yeah.
That's a ripoff. And they can get it though.
And on top of that,
I hope
it
they were ready for it.
It sucked. We were dropping frames.
Oh, really?
In the webcast, we're dropping. I notice I'm not mentioning names. I don't want to mention names because but we were dropping frames on a really simple, easy webcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, they paying 15 grand. Yeah.
Ouch.
There's the breakfast buffet. You got eggs, bacon.
Yeah. Self-serve?
Self-serve.
All you can eat?
Well,
It's really good for what they charge you.
but funny there. I think they're just they brought the food out and it was just the breakfast was like their charge per person was like I'm surprised I know this stuff because they put it on the schedule, all the pricing. I'm like that must have been a mistake.
Yeah,
I normally never see that. $98 per person
for breakfast alone.
Just for that meal.
Man, I would have been in there eating like a hog in heaven.
Give me the tray.
You would have had to roll me out of there.
Give me the tray. So, I'm like, want to understand where, why it's so expensive to do conventions and stuff like that. Is because everyone's got their hand in the pocket.
I've heard, it's like, oh, you need power in here? Oh, okay, no problem. $1,000.
Sure. Yeah. And they I mean, to their they've got a big staff that keep that hotel going.
Yeah.
They have people that they had to keep hiring because
Yeah.
whether you have one person or 100 people staying at your hotel, you have to keep a full staff.
Yeah. Because you never know.
Yeah. So it really is, it hasn't gotten any cheaper. I'll tell you that. If anything, prices have gone up like crazy.
That seems a bit crazy to
Yeah.
me. It's 15 grand.
Yeah.
Wow. That was probably the discount rate too for multiple days.
So yeah. So anyway, but
that's crazy.
Oh, we have some comments here. Phil Bird. Yo, hey Phil. Are you still there? Are you out there, Phil? Nice to see you. Uh-oh, my
How
brother.
long will the prices go up? That's a good question, actually.
What did my brother say? $75 double margarita on Miami Beach 10 years ago. Yeah, that I can.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But you got to know where to go. If you're going to have a, there's a place right across the street, and they were doing a like open bar for $45.
Oh.
So you want to drink?
Yeah.
Full
Go
bar,
there.
open bar, even if it's, the bottom shelf labels,
Sure.
open bar, and drinks are like, I had a margarita one night. It was $15.
Yeah.
That's
not too bad. I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not,
It's a decent sized one.
Yeah.
Gotta pay for the sugar.
No, it's a tiny, it's about the size of your can of soda there.
Okay.
Margarita or, whatever. And $15 for a margarita. It's like, okay, well, I'm not just here bitching about that. But that's a lifestyle. We think when we're retiring, I'm gonna be at Miami Beach.
Yeah, right.
Gonna have a margarita in my hand. I'm gonna have my feet
lunch
up.
Chair.
No, I'm gonna kick my feet up on the hammock between two palm trees, coconut trees, and I'm gonna have a view of the ocean. Well, folks, let me tell you. That's
ocean.
That's a great dream to have and want,
Yeah.
but if you're like us here, you gotta think of maybe do a mural in your house or in the back of your house, and buy some cheap tequila and do your margaritas there. So
put on the sunlight.
I'm all about, when I moved to Florida 30 years ago, I've been, I'm like, man, I'm living. Other than working, I'm basically retired. I was retired at 24 when I moved here. I still work, but
sure.
But from that moment on, I've enjoyed every minute of it.
You don't punch a clock.
Most minutes, Well, I still, I still am required to work.
Sure.
To keep everybody paid, to keep that mortgage paid. But
I could be worse, right?
But it could be worse. It could be like my brother, who likes to talk about a $75 double margarita, living in New England, in the cold weather, and and got to warm up the car for 10 minutes before he can drive it,
for the windows,
defrost it and scrape ice. I don't miss some of those days.
Remember that, yeah. I really want to go back to the snow because and visit. Actually, I don't know if Sarah's in Colorado right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she's loving it.
Hey, sir.
She's posting some pictures and stuff.
Maria says, "Better pick a cheaper beach."
I know.
Yeah, or Home Depot sells bags of sand. So, you park out there, you put blinders on. Once in a while, your significant other comes by with a bucket of water and hits you with it, and you're at the beach.
I mean, you can have the little waves coming out of your phone behind you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and of course,
so
my brother says,
lifestyle you want.
That is the New England. I miss the one thing he just mentioned skiing.
Yeah, I've been skiing.
Snow skiing. Oh yeah, and the last time I think I was skiing with my brother.
Yeah,
maybe 3-4 years ago.
We used to go to Pennsylvania because I was obviously lived in Maryland, so that was.
It snowed in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was more of an ice sheet, but
yeah, well.
I don't think I've ever been skiing somewhere where I would feel that it's like a real snow experience.
Right.
Probably like Colorado. I'm assuming New England.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Versus, where
to punch the wide up so you can participate visually.
I just scare people. So.
I know.
But no, I've never actually been to any place that was probably considered, pristine snow.
Right.
And I would like to do that again.
Oh.
I'm not a snowboarder. I don't like snowboarding. But I
I
like
tried it.
skiing.
Tried it once. Wasn't enough to go. I'm going to learn how to do
I like
all
short
this.
skis.
Yeah.
The shorter skis, not the longer ones. I end up falling over myself. But
Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, back to lifestyle. Yes, a cheaper beach. Just I think it's more of a state. The lifestyle is a state of mind.
Sure.
It's a state of mind. It's like for me, I'm going to continue to work. I just don't know what level of commitment I'm going to have.
You still want the money coming in. Maybe you just have to peek in.
And I might pivot again. It might be photography. It might be more, whatever. I'm realizing one of my side hustles is paying off a little bit more. My photography and stock footage is starting to get some upticks. So
Nice.
I'm going, okay, I need to invest more time into
Some
that.
more, yeah.
Because if I could, what I was waiting on, I was selling still photos on Shutterstock, and they were selling, but of course I'm getting nickels,
Yeah, sure,
per photo, which means people are buying these photo packages, and by the time Shutterstock gets around to paying me, I get 30 cents or something like that. But it is 30 cents more than I had the day before.
Right.
So I'm noticing more. More nickels coming in, more still photos. So I'm starting to learn as to what's selling, what people are liking, and that's a big part about, knowing your marketplace and knowing who's buying what. Sure. But I was really hesitant to really dive all in because I hadn't sold any video clips.
Yeah.
Video clips, you're supposed to make more.
Makes sense.
Bigger download, bigger whatever. And even between selling a video clip that's maybe 1080p, high def versus ultra high def, which is 4K,
like 4K, yeah.
You make a lot more selling 4K. Sure. But people aren't so. I think,
but it doesn't have to be content that someone wants, right? I mean,
they got to find it. So I was really hesitant. I loaded a bunch of clips in trying to sell them, and then I just kind of parked them. It's like, well, I need to have some positive results.
Sure.
Yeah. Even one, sell one.
Yeah, right.
And guess what? It was like a month ago. I noticed I sold one.
Nice.
Well, the downside is Shutterstock changed their pricing schedule, or added another package. So somebody came in and probably paid so much a month for a month and downloaded a bunch of clips. So all of a sudden my pricing schedule, which should have paid me maybe $40-$50.
Oh, wow.
For that 1080 clip,
40 cents.
It was like $2.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's not the positive. I mean,
it was
positive that somebody actually found me.
Yeah.
Because in a sea of maybe millions of clips,
sure,
they found mine, which I'm very thrilled for.
You have keywords on it, or
there's all kinds of stuff there. So I'm even though I sold the video clip, made
$2
7 times more money than I sold the still photo. Sounds great and as a fraction, as a mathematical equation, but when you're only dealing with nickels, it's not so great.
Sure.
And I'm kind of well, I did get a positive result. $2 though. It wasn't even $2. It was just under $2. $2.
It would take a lot of those to really get anywhere.
How many would I have to sell a month?
Yeah, a lot.
In your case, I'd have to sell 5,000 of them.
Yeah,
a month.
Yeah.
Now there are people that sell on Shutterstock. They probably do that.
Yeah, but they got a ton,
and they've got 100,000 clips
of content
in the sea of maybe 20 million clips.
Yeah.
So they're.
I think once people start liking your content, though, they could,
I'm not even sure it's that way.
Really?
I think what happens is the more it's kind of like it is kind of like high school. Only the popular people
go to the top.
are become popular.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to sell a lot before you get thrown into the higher searches.
Yeah.
So
Before you
it's
get
kind of like, I don't know if
graduated.
I'm explaining that right, but
Yeah, it sounds right.
seems like they don't have ratings and stuff. They have
Mhm.
people downloading your clips, but I don't think I've ever seen a rating or anything like that. Ooh, that clip was so much better
Yeah.
than the other.
Yeah.
People don't have time for that. But so I think it's more just a flat out,
Mhm.
well, he sells more, so his stuff is going to go to the top of the list
Yeah.
in the searches. So maybe that's,
Well, they want people that are popular because it keeps people on the site because
Right.
people are browsing through them. So I guess it kind of makes sense from that standpoint.
So,
So,
but I still think it's a very I still think it can be lucrative.
Sure.
So if I've only got a couple hundred clips and
what kind of clips you think you need to add? I mean, what kind of clip was it?
That's the big question. That's the big question. What kind of clips do I need to add?
Because it would realistically, I'm assuming someone's downloaded it because they're going to want to include it into something, but a piece of it or a portion of it or all of it.
I think a lot of what happens here are corporate execs doing reports and they need a picture for a presentation, PowerPoint. I think most of the stuff ends up in a PowerPoint presentation,
Okay,
photos and
kind of
whatnot.
makes sense.
And somebody, so in retrospect, understanding that, understanding who I'm doing a project now, and with a lawyer, and he loves another particular site, which is called Storyblocks, which
Okay.
is stills and video. Only they have a very competitive pricing structure, which means you can pay $50 a month and just download thousands of clips. So you can just get in there and just blast away. And you think, oh, that's a lot per year, but not if you only get it for a month, and you can. So I was using Storyblocks for a time, but then they pivoted, changed a lot of their, and I think I got pulled out of Storyblocks, but it doesn't matter. So, but he uses that, and I see exactly what he uses them for, and they're usually for presentations, some type of presentation. I don't want to think much, so I'm going to go in, type in a keyword like man in spacesuit.
Yeah.
And
Bam.
boom, there'll probably be 10 photos of something. One was man in spacesuit sitting on toilet, and he found a picture. A man in a spacesuit sitting on a toilet, and he found that picture.
That's funny.
So, and it applied to the project he was, whatever. So I
just glad it was there for him, huh?
So I'm watching what he's doing, and of course, everywhere if I'm working at a show or something like that, and people are using images, and I know they didn't shoot them themselves, people use them for websites and PowerPoint and all that, and so that's what content would go towards. So as long as you understand what where the stuff is going to end up, then likely you might.
But you're buying the rights when
do better.
when you're giving those rights away when they're
I'm one by one selling the rights away for that $1.60, $1.70, whatever. So, but that's one person, but and there's virtually zero way you can track music. If you license your music and it pops up somewhere, the algorithms,
it's got the rights in it, and
Facebook is a prime example. We have to be very careful about music that plays. We've got an opening piece of music that I bought, but if it was, I don't know, the Who,
might get flagged.
Then it would get flagged and blocked out. And I'd get a spanking letter from YouTube is a little different.
Shut you off.
YouTube isn't a little different. They will flag me, spank me, but they won't black me out.
Okay.
Which YouTube is a little bit more, hey, you can't monetize it.
Yeah.
But the person who wrote that music, every time they click on your video with their music, they get the monetizing. So that's how usually, I think that's how it is, or at least how it was for a temporary time. But anyways, so selling stock footage, get your cameras out, folks, and start loading. You need to probably get to maybe 5, 10, 20,000 image database before you start seeing some pennies, and make them good, make them interesting. And you can't use any logos,
Oh, you really?
no logos,
Gotcha.
no,
That kind of
even
makes
a
sense.
building with a name on it.
Oh, wow.
You got to be careful about a lot of that stuff. So, and then faces, if you're, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Oh, they want to know that you took the picture and you knew
well,
who
they
it
want to
was,
see.
and they're
They,
okay with it.
if
And
if I take a picture of you and put it on, I'd have to supply them with a photo release.
gotcha.
That releases not just the Shutterstock, but the people that are licensing your image from Shutterstock. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, it gets complicated out there. But the goal is something like that. If I had a database of, let's just say, 100,000 images, likely I'm probably making maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000, maybe 5,000 a
So
month,
pictures
or
of
maybe even
fluffy
a
teddy bears.
day. There's a big world out there of people trying to do presentations of whatever,
Mhm.
and
Oh, you never know what they need.
but what I was saying is that, that you can create music, license it, and there's all kinds of websites that will find out if someone stole that music.
Oh, gotcha.
But images
It's the
and
rights management, I
graphics,
think, isn't it?
yeah,
built
I mean
into it.
it's a lot different, because if you put a video clip in a video and put it on YouTube,
Hmm.
I don't think there's a spider on the planet that can track that, that can track that content and go, oh,
Sure.
he doesn't own that clip.
Yeah.
There's, because rights management just kind of once you start editing content together,
Yeah.
it tends to, but the music, it's a specific pattern that the
Yeah.
internet hears, and
Mhm.
they can track, and they can find, and they can trigger,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Bad.
yeah, so that's it. That's my, but all that is leading back to lifestyle.
Mhm.
That's one of my long-term plans, is to
Sure.
build up a big enough database to draw. I call it draw a pension.
Why not? Right.
Draw a pension if I'm making $2 on a particular clip, and I can sell it, for the
And you
next
figure if you start
10
traveling,
years.
you can be taking pictures everywhere you're at.
And that is a perfect
All you need is a
business.
computer or a phone.
A van, a camera, and a laptop,
Hmm. Sure.
and you just hit the open road. And if you're making money, I'll rent my house out to whomever. I'll get a travel van
Yeah.
and just
Why
go
not?
shoot
Right.
content, much like what we're doing here, a podcast,
Sure.
a webcast. Here we are, we're sitting here waiting for that, the numbers to just kind of flow over us, and eventually we can make a living with this.
Sure.
And if not, we have to figure out and pivot pretty quick.
Or at
So,
least pay for some food.
hey, you got a soda out of this.
I do.
So.
You're right. But it's true. Webcast is a good source of making money.
I think I lost all of our chatters.
I think we
think
did.
our chatters are all either sleeping.
Where are the Z's? We need the Z's up on
It's
the screen.
only 8 o'clock. I think they're all sleeping. Phil popped in, 7:30. Oh, okay. So popped in a little bit in the show. I would have put the phone number up, but
Forgot.
I totally forgot to space that out. So, but back to lifestyle. Lifestyle is, I think it's important. I think it's
Absolutely.
don't work till you're dead. And that was my big thing with you, because you were working 3-4 jobs.
I still am.
3-4 jobs a week.
Wait.
And
no, you don't.
Oh,
You don't want to hear the
report.
crypto report today.
Oh, I haven't looked in a few days.
Actually, Algo's going back up a little. Was that $2 a little bit earlier?
Hang on. Let's go to it.
I mean, everything got
Coinbase.
smashed last week. I mean,
Come on now.
Doge, Algo, everything got
prices. She had to tease me with this.
I thought we were gonna almost get through it.
All right. So where's my share? Where's my share screen? All right. I have to blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll do this. All right. I got to go to the other page so I can. Well, maybe
See
I
it?
can. No, because I have to actually. All right. Let's go to Coinbase. I'm not logged in, so you're not going to see any personal information. Oh, Cardano. Nope. That was somebody else I know. Dogecoin 22 cents. That's kind of a low.
Yeah,
A
it's been
a
dropping.
recent low for
Yeah,
Doge.
it's been dropping.
Dogecoin.
Actually, it's up a little bit because it was down to like 20 and maybe a little bit below that. So,
Really?
So it is up a little bit.
So I could actually,
You can probably look at that
I
and it'll
could
give
probably click on it.
give you a
and-
week, change it to a week, and that'll
and
probably
just in
give
the
you.
last hour, a little bit of bump up and down, like,
Mhm.
but we're 23 cents at the highest, 22 cents at the lowest. So don't let that fool you. That's a penny fluctuation right there.
Mhm.
So that's the 24 hours. That's the week. So 26 cents to, again, an all-time 20-cent bottom out in the last week. So
Yeah.
we're not talking a huge, no one's, no one lost their
Well,
shirt.
it's
No one
not
broke
in
the
the
bank.
thousands, so it's a lot easier to.
And let's take it from the low end here.
I mean, Bitcoin's going up, but it's still low.
Yeah.
I mean, it's back up to 44.
Alchemy Pay. I remember I bought that at like 4 cents. It's,
nice.
just under 8. Well, no, it was hitting
Oh, it was
9.
higher?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
little higher. A little higher.
I'm
not
telling
much.
you, everything dipped down last week.
Yeah.
Really, everything dipped down pretty hard.
District Ox, that's one of my sleepers, which
Mhm.
I'm thinking it's basically in a coma.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, all it's been doing is
passed
just
out for a while.
it's been dipping like a long lingering death
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, and I
It's
bought
up
a
3.81.
Yeah, but up, and it's at 16 cents. I can tell you that's not anything to brag about.
Nah.
So Stellar, still another coma victim right here. Stellar for me, at least.
Yeah.
Civic, kind of, I'm just kind of skimming through Decentraland. That was such a favorite of mine, and yet
Mhm.
now it's kind of, I think it was closer to a buck. And I'm like, it ain't so nice to me now. So we're still under $1. So I haven't hit the have I hit Algorand
Should
here?
be coming next.
Oh, that's always good. I'm up to 87 cents, and
it's going by
Algorand's
price. Yeah, well, Algorand was around $2.
All right, was it? Yeah,
It
right.
was around 2. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna skim through this.
Should be right there. It is right there. $2 even.
$2.
So it
that.
bounced back up.
The last time it did that back in February when it went up, it dropped fast.
Yeah, it was a quick drop.
It was a quick drop, and I caught it on the way down because I think it had reached about 189, 190, something like that.
Yeah.
Then I wound up selling it like, I don't know, 170 or something like that.
Gotcha.
So $2. It's been here now for a couple of 2-3 weeks now. It's been at $2, and
Could be the new low.
I'm still good. Cardano, funny how him and me, my brother and myself, are at the same. We're neck and neck, but I'm you're coming down, I'm going up. So I'm thinking that you're So, and then of course a bunch of these in the middle that I still like the idea of taking a Bitcoin almost 45,000 hasn't really
Oh, it dipped down pretty good.
Yeah, but it dipped down.
It was
but
probably close to 40. I think
it's still pretty bottomed out as far as.
Yeah.
So, what are the affordable tradable Bitcoin or Coinbase values right now? XYO seems fairly new, at 3 cents a coin.
So XYO is what I get. And that's interesting because is that tradable?
Yeah, it's tradable.
That's awesome because
XYO. Yeah,
I think I get XYO from my coin app, which I have to go through some major hoops to get it out.
Right.
So that would be kind of awesome.
This is a very recent thing because when I bought Alchemy Pay, it was up here. It was the new guy. So yeah, XYO. Never heard of them, but you're saying
it's either that or it's yeah, I think it's XYO. I gotta look now. It doesn't say.
We still in. Let me hang on a second. Let me look. Yeah, we're still here.
I'll have to look here. I thought it was XYO, but I could be wrong.
So in the last week, it's dropped a whole penny. I'm okay with that. But here's the thing: you spend $20, the price of going to Subway,
Yeah.
or spend $20,
Sure.
get some XYO. Likely, what's going to happen? That 03 cents price per is probably going to turn to 5 or 6 cents, because
Yeah.
that's what my that's what my that one that I bought, Alchemy Pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bought at 4 cents, went right up to 8 cents within a few days. So I'm kind of thinking, and here's what's happening too: all these really bottom line, um, these entry level coins
Mm-hmm.
that are 3 cents.
Sure.
Buy them. What are you
Yeah.
waiting on?
Well, yeah. I mean, because even a little amount, if it
You
grows,
know?
all it has to do is really spike.
Oh God, yeah.
You know.
Mine went up a whole dollar.
That's what I'm saying. If you had a decent amount of coin at 3 cents a pop, you can
Looks
buy a
like,
lot for a
and
dollar.
and XYO had the ability to hit 6 cents
Mm-hmm.
as of September
September.
10th. So even very recently, it hit 6 cents a coin. So that means it has the ability. But
Sure.
see, here's what it was. It was at a penny down here, gone up to 2, then boom, launched up to 6 cents, and then it's bottoming and falling, and boom, 3 cents.
Yeah.
So it was down here, and this is what you want to look at from here to here, not so much the spikes, because
Spikes are only good if you know you want to sell it and you're looking for it. You have to stay on top of it.
You want
then.
a trigger. You want that gunshot to go off and go
Yeah.
boom. I'm going to
I'm
sell
out.
it. I bought 1,000,000 of these guys, and all of a sudden it tripled in value.
Yeah.
I
it's just like dealing with penny stock. It's the same scenario. You're buying something that's next to nothing.
Yep.
Hoping that someone
Let's go back a
had
year.
one good report.
For
boom.
Pretty much all of 21 up until August, it's been at a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already since August.
It.
Yeah. It's tripled in value
or even before that, like when I bought Doge at half a penny.
Yeah.
And I sat on it for years though.
Yeah.
I mean years. But it was worth it.
Yeah. If only you'd have kept it a little longer.
One more day.
I'm gonna keep throwing that back at you. That's why I'm so itching.
Or I would be living the lifestyle I want today. Actually,
yeah.
I wouldn't, but I would have been a little more out of debt a lot quicker.
Yeah,
a lot.
But imagine spending, spending a couple $1,000s on a penny stock.
Oh yeah,
and
sure.
then that maybe it might take a year or two, but imagine that going up.
You do have to realize that's
30,
probably
40.
It's probably a speculation buy, but if you can afford it and you can say, I won't die without that money, it's probably a good gamble.
Well,
you could at least double it if it's that low.
Yeah.
It's not hard to double when it's at a penny.
Or even, even triple or
more.
Quintuple or,
Sure.
So
you just have
it's
to
about
be
what you're willing to risk, and still stock market is a risk.
Oh yeah.
Anyone saying I got it figured out is not figured it out.
No.
He just went, I got lucky, and
you
I don't really
to follow you.
Yeah. I got it figured out. Well, I'm not buying a lot of the I got it figured out stuff. So
that's why I don't look at price. I mean, I'm I look at some things and there is a range of price I won't buy at.
Right.
But in most cases, I don't worry if it drops down.
Right.
I don't worry if it goes up.
Right.
If I am ready to buy, I buy.
Right.
Because most of what I'm buying, I'm not selling. I'm holding in a interest pattern somewhere. So at some point in time, I'll be able to utilize it.
Well, that's
So that's my goal.
That's
how I'm doing.
My perfect lifestyle. I think I mentioned I think it's a little traveling with my camera, my laptop, my bestie right next to me, and just enjoying the open road and for a while until I'm done with that.
Yeah.
And then
do something else.
Do something else. That might actually be an interesting.
I mean, you can probably get a lot out of that, though. You really could.
If
everywhere's new, and
if you can find a way to fund the work you're doing on the road to
Oh, yeah.
actually keep
Sure. Why not
the
then?
wheels spinning, because you do know that when you get on the road
All gets
with a
expensive.
vehicle, the
Yeah.
vehicle is eventually going to
It's gonna break
die.
down. You got to eat constantly.
You
It's, I
no
mean,
matter where you're at, you got
it's going to get
eat.
expensive.
Yeah.
A lot of expenses are, and they add up easily.
So
It's easy to overtake.
I like the idea of this little teardrop trailer kind of idea.
Yeah.
My daughter Brenna, she was, before she got into an apartment lease, I swear she was gonna get a van and
Yeah.
travel, and
Just be done
she
with
probably still wants to do that. But
Sure.
man, you sign that lease,
Yeah.
and you're paying the high cost of rent right now. But no, I don't think it'd be that expensive, but you have to learn how to live within your means.
Sure.
But now your mortgage is now your car. Your
Yeah.
house is now your car.
If you're buying a traveling vehicle, I'm
And-
assuming you have some type of cooking facilities in there, so you're not going to eat out all the time. You're
No,
going to probably have some kind of refrigeration.
You can do that.
services, So, you can minimize that, but I think the journey is the part.
Yeah. I've already, this week I've actually mapped out, it has to be a fairly good car on gas, good mileage,
Sure.
and then a little pull behind teardrop trailer or something like that.
Mhm.
Just something that you can still get good mileage. Not going to be like traveling in a Winnebago for
that's
for
gotta be
10,000 miles.
expensive.
At 6 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
Do you really
Standing at the
do you
pump for 20
really
minutes.
need a fully working bathroom while you're on the road, or
I don't think so.
could you find
Somewhere you're going to eat?
well, truck stops, truckers, they have fully working showers,
Oh, I know that.
bathrooms. Truck stop, yeah. If you traveled,
I've never run into that portion of it, but
yeah, you can actually pull over off the highway on a truck stop, and you can
use facilities.
use the facilities. You can get a shower, but on top of that, you want a shower somewhere, go join a gym membership at Planet Hollywood. For $10 a month. You can shower 30 days a month.
There you go.
Multiple days if you want to,
Multiple times a day if you have to.
if you get interested in actually working out, then you can just go. You could just go in there and take a shower.
Yeah.
And
stop by the little bike and just sit on there and stare at people.
So there are ways you can eat and feed yourself and clean and without having an RV where you have to take your entire world with you when you go.
Yeah.
Just your needs have to modify.
Yeah, I mean,
what are my needs? How do I get there?
You just gotta build in the financial model that fits whatever it is.
That was and be able to continue to work.
Yeah. Sure.
And that's right now. That's currently one of my magic retirement modes. That's not retirement.
Yeah.
I'll correct myself. That's my dream mode right now. And then it's wherever the view takes me.
Sure.
Wherever the next sunset takes me, wherever the next interesting, oh look, the world's largest
volcano.
Wax,
Come on.
I don't think there's no volcanoes. You have to go to like Mexico to see a volcano. So
well, can't you go? You can go to Hawaii. You can go to.
Yeah, I'm driving here. There.
Oh, okay.
Let's
well, don't they get on? They get a little.
I think there's
pull in the boat and it takes you over, doesn't it?
Over to Hawaii.
I don't know.
It's like saying let's go over to Africa. Let's just take the trolley over.
You think
there.
you could live on water in a houseboat?
Oh, that's another thing. But
you figure hurricanes coming, you just go. I'm gonna go that way.
Now you get off the boat. You make sure your insurance is up to par, and you get off the boat. Go find a nice, warm, safe spot, and then,
dig a hole.
Dig a hole, and But no, I do think about a houseboat too. Yeah. Something just enough. Yeah. I don't need a 50-footer rolling Winnebago, floating Winnebago. I think just and houseboats are not. Or livable houseboats are not that expensive.
Yeah, sure.
You could have be a great apartment.
Yeah.
10 grand.
It'd be like a 1-bedroom.
$300 a month for rent.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to have a motor in it. As long as you're paying for the lot rent, the dock rent,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you can park it there. And
Mm-hmm.
problem with here in Florida, then summers are just,
Yeah.
so you don't want to do it in the summertime.
Yeah, it'd be kind of brutal.
But where are you going to put the boat? Because chances are it's going to be a 20 to 30 foot long boat.
Yeah.
And
storage gets expensive, I'm sure.
yeah, but
I mean, there's
again,
lots all around,
that's all
but
part of the thing.
Mhm.
If you're gonna if I have a house, then likely I'm probably going to rent the house out. So that is, if I can make money off of that, great. But can't make money off a house
Yeah.
because the maintenance on that is just going to eat you up.
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, sure.
just the constant maintenance on a house.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing it's like having a boat, constant maintenance. So, but having a car that you're going to drive around the country, constant maintenance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
part of the
Sure.
deal. It's
Sure.
if that
Tires
car,
alone.
yeah, if that car is your house, it's a rolling house, then constant maintenance. So all those things are just kind of part of the thing. But
Get AAA.
yeah, AAA definitely. But even AAA, well, what happens when you're 1,000 miles away?
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, you're
AAA
out
is
of our
gonna,
range.
yeah. No, you have to have a big backup plan. That's like But anyway, so that's all I got. My thing is, you have got more to talk about because we're about an hour in.
I think we are. We got
yeah.
a little late start tonight, but we'll
Yeah.
get back in gear next week and maybe have some more content. I just didn't get anything done this week.
Yeah.
It was a little busy.
What's this? Yeah, for you, maybe not for the women. I'm not sure
Is he talking about the showers on the side of the road?
for you, maybe not for the women. Oh, yeah, right, right. Because he's saying women want their own bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I can understand that, but um, suck it up. Just
What's he say? You always cover that up.
no
No
bathrooms.
bathrooms.
There's always a place. Yeah, I get what you're
Even
saying.
if you end up at a lodge, or if you do the thing where you patronage there, they usually have facilities there, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, he goes ATVing. He goes up in the mountains, up in Vermont and New Hampshire. He goes.
Okay.
Him and they go ATVing. So
nice.
There are no bathrooms. I know this. There are no bathrooms out in the middle of nowhere up in the mountains. So that ATV is.
I'm sure they bring bags full of.
No, I'm sure they bring a shovel. Is what they bring, but yeah. So no, you're right. No bathrooms up there, but that answers the
what the bears do when they're in the woods.
Yes. That answers the question. Does a bear shit in the woods? Hey, I can say it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, guys.
All right, we're gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna go pass out somewhere, and again, please like, follow, and share this glorious webcast because we do this just for you. Tell my brother to go to bed already. He's probably got to get up at 5 a.m. and stop giving me crap. So literally.
All right.
And good night, everyone.
Good night, all.